Please make welcome the Honourable Gloria Shillingford, Minister of Social Services, Gender Affairs and Community Development, and the Parliamentary Representative of the Wesley Village Council. Wesley constituency, sorry, to the podium.
Good afternoon to everyone. Let me first of all recognize the presence of the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, the Project Manager, BNTF, Mr. Carrett. Let me recognize the Chairman of the Wesley Village Council, and also Reverend Evans Dodds and Mrs. Dodds. I'm sure she's somewhere. Oh, okay, I can see her there. Let me also recognize other members of the Wesley Village Council, and if there are any members of the Woodford Hill Village Council, because I also know that Woodford Hill is here to give some support. And some of them, yes, were here for the NEP. Woodford Hill, let us see you. Yeah, a number of hands are here. They are here to give us some support. You'll come to the Resource Centre. Yours will come soon. Let me also recognize the presence of the media. I see the students of the Wesley Primary School and their teacher who will be giving us a performance here this afternoon. The police officers, constituents of Wesley, friends all. We also have inside with us the PS of Trade. She's waving me here. She's busy doing something for our community. And also her officer and all of the other persons from the various ministries who are here with us this afternoon. Let me begin by saying, to God be the glory. I won't go over all of the things that Mr. Carrett said, but he had a very hard time with me. I can be very persistent, and at one time I used to get very, very angry, and I would say, but when are we going to get this resource center? This resource center was a promise to the people of Wesley. For some of you who will still remember, maybe at one of our big meetings, it was a promise, 10 Shilling Road and a resource center. I remember there was some sort of controversy because you know that the persons doing the, I'm trying to find the correct name for it, but we all say the coconut water and the tea and Nature Fresh. And what was being said at the time is that the resource center down in Eden Road, which also houses the post office and the village council, those were, the resource center was meant for the village, for entertainment, for enjoyment, and for many other things. And so there was a little controversy. And I said to all people, you will have a resource center, because in any case, you know persons, you have something and you do not want to give it up to get something else. Sometimes when we close our hands, we are not allowing our hands to be open to get something else. So here we are today. There is one down Eden Road that is providing jobs and economic movement for us in the community. But we will have one in the center of the village, and that was the criticism of the resource center in Eden Road. Many persons know, particularly during dark nights, no one wanted to go to Eden Road, to go there to have entertainment, to have a movie night, to have concerts, whatever. So it was not really utilized for the community. But we needed something here. The school is too small, and we needed something, as the BNTF project manager said, to help to generate more economic opportunities for our people. We are in the banana belt, And you know what happened to us. We call ourselves the banana children, and you know what happened to the banana. And therefore, we have to let go of some things and put our thinking caps on, and to be able to generate other things, to be able to bring more success, more development, more economy to us. But we all know how CDB works. And up to last night, there were still rumors that is the government is only because it's election, why is now they breaking ground. I am your parent, I'm from Wesley, and I can say it is not because of that. CDB takes a very long time in what it has to do. When I was getting angry and fed up, I also met with persons from the CDB. As a matter of fact, some of what we'll be getting this afternoon is not all what we wanted to get, but we have to be satisfied with what we get for now. Knowing the government and knowing the Prime Minister, I've spoken to him already. If we want more, we will get more from this Labour government. But let me say, the elderly, we had promised them a room so that they could have a daycare center. It is not in this first part, but we will get it. It is a promise, and even though I'm not there, who else is there? And Athenia, that is your challenge. You must bring it in. So let me say to you again that we are happy for what we are getting. And let me also say to you, this is the same government, the same working Labour Party government who has brought this. Without the government, even though it is a CDB project, let me say to you, it has to go through all sorts of things, and it has to come to cabinet. If cabinet says it is not something that should be done, it will not be given the okay. So we have to thank the government for being able to bring this project to Wesley here this afternoon. And as I am saying, it is the same government that persons say is not working. Labour Katwavai. The government is working. I'll tell you what, over 50-something persons just signed contracts inside of there this afternoon under the National Employment Program. And some persons are criticizing that it is a 6-month program. And we are one of the guys who was 6 months ago, you signed again for 6 more months. But we must be satisfied with half a loaf at first to get the whole bread. And so this is the same government that is working to keep our children working. It is the same government. You remember when we didn't have the school bus? And you remember when the children used to be getting wet on the road going down to Londonderry? You remember that. And you remember that it was myself making representation through the government to ask them to have a school bus. Some people thought it was not to be in Wesley, because look at Wesley and look at where Londonderry is. But our children are children like any other persons, any other village, any other community. What is good for one community is also good for Wesley. And so we had the school bus. And then some of the persons, the roads. You remember that a number of farmers could not access their farms. Today, not all of the roads are done, but many of them are done. And I can start to name Joe Burton, and if you look down there, you will see another one. And if you go up in the mountain, you see a number of them. And not everything can be done at one time. Rome was not built in one day. You know that saying, because I'm not plagiarizing. So you know that saying, Rome was not built in one day. So let me say to you that this government has been good to the Wesley constituency. And if it is good to the Wesley constituency, you do not become ungrateful. You do something when the time comes to show your gratefulness to the government of this country. And let us not forget all the scholarships. When I came in here, there were 3 scholarships I could count. Maybe it would for till Wesley didn't get anything. And from one family. That was some time ago. Since then, over 14 of our, just in the short time, over 14 students from the constituency have gone to study. Some have been back. Where is the new doctor? I told him he should have been here this afternoon. He is, oh, look right there. Yes, Dr. Curtis. You know? And all of that was sent. We have others, and I will not call everybody. I'll take too long to be able to tick that report card this afternoon because it is tick A, and so on. But what I am saying to us is that this government is working. This government has been good to Wesley, and we must continue to give our support to the Dominica Labour Party. Some persons will probably talk about some little noises. I said that housekeeping matters. I call it housekeeping matters. Because Labour Party business is Labour Party business. And so I say to you, my Labour Party family, families do get into problems. They get noise, and the teeth and your tongue, they get noise. Do you cut them away? Do you take them away from you? You bite your tongue sometimes, and what you do, you make sure you get it cured, but it is still in your mouth. You do not just throw out from the family. You do not bite the family. You do not throw out a family just because of a quarrel. You understand that. When it comes to family, family must come together and fight the common enemy. Labour Party is not the common enemy. You know the common enemy. Fight that common enemy. Bring yourselves together and bring home that seat to the Dominica Labour Party. Before I go off, because I would say a lot, and Afinia, I forgot to recognize you. And at least somebody would say something. Let me recognize her this afternoon because I forgot sitting there. That person is the new Dominica Labour candidate and the person you should give your support to. Before I end this afternoon, because I'm a very happy person here this afternoon, before I end, let me congratulate the Northeast for yet another, what I would call it, milestone. All of you know that the Northeast, again, and yesterday when I spoke to them, I know a few persons, they laughed, and a few persons were not happy. I said the trophies must come home to the Northeast. Nobody, we are strong people. Nobody can beat us there. On debates and athletics and academics, nobody can beat us here. So we have a lot going for us. We have a lot going for us. Let's put our hearts and hands together and work for the development of our community. And let me thank all our people, all of you, for your continued support. I am here until the bell rings as your PAL rep. And I will continue to work for you, whether it's in education, whether it's in employment, whether it's the roads, whether it's the bus service, our Yes We Care program, the tax scheme program, all of it through the Dominica Labour Party. I will continue to work for you. And even when I'm not your PAL rep, I will not leave you nor forsake you. And may the good Lord continue to bless you. And may the good Lord continue to bless the Dominica Labour Party and Dominica. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. At this time, we'll